Hey, what's up, everybody? Pat here, grateful recovering alcoholic and addict, just like every day. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe, leave the video a like, drop me a comment, and by all means share with anybody you think might get something out of it. How we all doing today, guys? What a freaking cold, freaking busy day. I get up today. I didn't plan any major work because I knew I had a lot of stuff to get ready for the big storm coming, and I knew with the frigid temperatures last night that I was inevitably going to be getting some service calls today. Sure enough, guys, my phone rang over 200 times today, between meetings getting canceled and people reaching out. Oh, excuse me. I went to my brother's house and got to help him get his snowblower running. 4 new customers today with no heat calls that other people aren't willing to come out for. Guys, when you do heating, like I can't understand somebody says they don't answer their phone on the weekend. You can't leave people with a brand new baby with no heat for a weekend. And I was so incredibly happy that one of my new customers, again, it was a younger couple with the baby, no heat, freezing in their house. It was 4 degrees here last night with negative 12 wind chills. Furnace needed a gas valve. I was able to safely find a way to get the furnace to light so that they'll have heat until Monday when I can get a new gas valve. And they were thrilled with that. Like, made some very happy new customers today, guys. And I had to make some tough decisions because a bunch of people calling me asking me to come over and fix snow blowers and plows that they haven't bothered to check or knew weren't working and just couldn't be bothered to do anything about it. And now here it is the day before the storm. They want me to drop what I'm doing and they want me to come do it as a favor. These are the people that call me to do stuff for them and don't pay me. I'm like, no, I'm too booked and busy. Like, I can't do that today. And I honor the commitments of the people that are actually doing good in their lives, or people in an emergency that are paying me, not people that want to sit around and do nothing and drink beer and smoke weed and then call me last minute because they couldn't be bothered to take care of shit for themselves. So I got to be, I make better decisions today, and I feel good about that today, guys. And now, I'm fighting a cold. I'm going to be out for the next 40 hours plowing tomorrow and Monday. I got to get some rest. I can't be out all night in 10-degree weather, and I worked a very long, hard day. I had a really good day. Really proud of myself. Really proud of the decisions that I make. The fact that I can put my needs first, and I'm willing to speak that openly. And even more amazed that guys, I got over 200 phone calls today. Talk about from isolation to connection, right? And that just happens to be the title of the reading today. I love how much these things just, like, I'm able to see these readings work in my life today. So let's get into the reading, guys. From isolation to connection. Our disease isolated us. Hostile, resentful, self-centered, and self-seeking, we cut ourselves off from the outside world. I certainly did. Addiction is an isolating disease, closing us off from society, family, and self. We hid, we lied, we scorned the lives we saw others living surely beyond our grasp. Worst of all, we told ourselves there was nothing wrong with us, even though we knew we were desperately ill. Our connection with the world and with reality itself was severed. Our lives lost meaning, and we withdrew further and further from reality. Recovery is designed especially for people like us. It helps us reconnect to the life we were meant to be living, drawing us out of our isolation. We stop lying to ourselves about our condition. We admit our powerlessness and the unmanageability of our lives. We develop faith that our lives can improve, that recovery is possible, and that happiness is not permanently beyond our grasp. We get honest. We stop hiding. We show up and tell the truth no matter what. And as we do, we establish the ties that connect our individual lives to the larger life around us. We addicts need not live lives of isolation. The 12 steps can restore our connection to life and living if we work them. And then the affirmation is just for today. I am part of the life around me. I will practice my program and strengthen my connection to my world. And guys, I see what I mean? Like, after a day where I was, and it's funny, like in the past, half of that amount of phone calls would have driven me absolutely batshit crazy. Today, I don't have a problem with it. I'm able to deal with them because I understand. I will take the totality of them. I'll get my priorities, which are A, no heat, calls that I'm contracted, places that I'm contracted to take care of that pay me very well. And then if there's still left over time, of course I'll go out and help friends and even people that reach out that are in a jam. But when it's the same two people that every time I deal with them, I end up doing a ton of work, and then they never have money to pay me, and they never come through again, and they never do anything for me, and they're too busy going out partying and doing stupid shit to take care of their own equipment. Both of these people knew they had snow blowers and plows that weren't functioning, and they wanted to wait till the last minute, and then they were blown away when I said, no, I can't make it. Well, what do you mean? I got to go out and plow for 30 hours. I don't have lights in my plow. Figure it out. Like, I'm only one person. I'm only human, and I have a business to run. I'm not going to shut down one of the highest paying days I've had in order to come satisfy your nonsense, right? Like, that's crazy to me that they even think that. But in the past, I would do that because, oh, God forbid I let anybody down. I might need a favor someday, and then neither one of these dudes would have done anything for me anyway. And again, happy to help anybody out, but if you just keep taking and don't add anything to the pot, well, you're one of the people now that I've got a very busy life that I just don't have time for. It has to make sense, right? And that's a beautiful thing, guys. The connection I have in my life today is amazing. One of my customers, Doug, I talk about all the time, I take care of all his properties. He's in the Dominican Republic. He made a point of reaching out this morning, and we were talking. He goes, well, when's the last time we changed your snow rate? And I said, it's the same it's always been, Doug. He goes, well, even with this, I'm like, Doug, you do a lot for me. I'm happy to do it. He goes, no. I want you to understand. I put a lot more responsibility on you. You're running the entire show, and you're managing everybody else. Plus, you're in charge of the finances for it. You need a $20 an hour raise for your snow rate. Okay. Right? Like, and that's the thing. And it's funny, guys. It's almost like God does these things. When you work a program like this, it's amazing, the signs and synchronicities. This coming week, I'm like, you know what? My business is making me so much money. I'm not even excited for snow like I used to be because I make more money than that when I'm just out working. Well, add $20 an hour to my hourly rate when I'm going to be out for a 30-hour storm, and you know what? That makes a pretty good difference now. Now we're talking, it's an extra couple $1,000s at the end of this whole thing. I'm like, beautiful, right? I'm getting excited about the storm again. Furthermore, in the midst of all the work I had going on today, I was able to make things make sense and get my snowblower running, make sure my Bobcat's up and running, fueled up. Like, I took care of all my commitments and went out and saw my brother and got his snowblower running, which had a lot of problems. We got the thing running like a top. Beautiful, guys. And I love the fact that I don't allow the amount of connection I have to overwhelm me today, because that's one thing. That's part of the reason I was so isolated. When I was having to deal with all the nonsense that I was doing, I couldn't be open and honest with people, so I couldn't invite community into my life. I always was hiding, doing drugs, hiding, dipping off, hiding, cheating, stealing, conniving, lying, and just not being where I'm supposed to be, and all that bullshit that comes with doing drugs. It's terrible. I don't have to do any of that today, guys. I get to be upfront and honest. As a matter of fact, we had a group text go out because our Monday meeting is actually canceled because of the severity of the storm. They don't want people risking trying to travel during a snow emergency to come open up the church, and we're trying to let as many of our members know that the meeting won't be there because we don't want anybody traveling to go to the meeting only to find a locked door. So as we were going through this, I'm texting a bunch of people, and I'm like, you know what? I just put it out there. I'm like, because there's a couple people from my meeting that are on my snow route that I stop and take care of, particularly my friend Marlene. And I let everybody know. I said, listen, I'm going to be out in the Bobcat. If anybody's stuck and has any snow emergencies, I may not answer because I'm in the machine, but I will see you called or text it and let me know and send your address, and I'll come by with the machine and bail you guys out. And guys, that's something I won't charge for. Like, it's in the past, I'd be like, oh, I'm going to make all this extra money because I'm going to stop. One of the things I do is if I'm driving down the road and I see an older person shoveling themselves out, I tell them, get out of the way, and I move all the snow with the Bobcat. Or anybody struggling, if there's a big mound. And if they're fast enough to slide, because sometimes people they'll literally run right up and just stick money through the window of the Bobcat. All right, I'll take it. But if they haven't waved me down and I do it on my own, I just drive away and wave, and I love that. And you should see the look of bewilderment on people's faces when you do something nice. One of my favorite things to do that invites community into my life is random acts of kindness, and I just enjoy it. It makes me feel good about the person I am, and it makes me feel good knowing that I'm doing a good deed, letting somebody else know that there's still good people in this world. And so many times I've seen those people turn around and pay it forward because of that, guys. Like, no good deed will go unnoticed. And I used to always say, oh, no good deed goes unpunished. And I don't believe that today. Because you know what? The reason I felt like that is because I always had some ulterior motive, or I was always doing something sideways. and I just wanted to justify my actions, right? My bad actions, I should say, I guess. Today I see that no good deed goes unnoticed, and that's why my life, there's just goodness flooding into my life from every direction. Even when I have a tough day, and there was parts of today that I'm like, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to get through this all, and how I'm going to get it all done. And again, I stop and go, what do you mean? I'm used to this. I can do this. Let's stop, assess what's important, figure out how we can make it all make sense. I may not be where anybody wants me at any given point, but I let everybody know, listen, you're calling me the day before the storm, and last minute traffic's terrible because everybody's out trying to shop for the century because they think it'll be snowed in for a million years. Guys, this is New England. We're getting a 20-inch snowstorm, okay? Yeah, it'll be over by Sunday and Monday. Like, it's not the end of the world. You don't need to clear the grocery shelves. But whatever, people can do what they do. I'm not worried about that. I avoided Market Basket at all costs. I made a big pot of spaghetti and meatballs last night, so when I come in, I can stop at the house and run in and just heat up a plate of spaghetti and meatballs and then have a quick bite and go back out. And, like, I'm prepared today, guys. I'm feeling a little not under the weather, but you know what it is? I still have a little bit of congestion, so as I talk a lot, my voice gets tough, and that's what's happening today. I definitely feel it. So again, when I finish my video, I'm going to go to Kohl's and pick up a new pair of snow pants, and I'm fully outfitted for the storm. And I'm going to take a hot shower and take my medicine and go to bed so I can get a good night's sleep and wake up ready to go for tomorrow, guys. Like, I'm able to turn everything into a positive. The biggest positive is the fact that my life is so booked and busy. And it's funny, somebody said that to me a while back and said, well, you're just getting started. Wait till you start getting booked and busy. And I couldn't even understand what booked and busy meant at that point. And now I see it, and it's just the beginning, but it's beautiful because it's so divinely guided. My life gets booked and busy as I stabilize and I make myself more available for more things, and more things start flooding into my life. The correlation that I see of how these things work is just so beautiful and amazing and so divinely guided today, because that's what I'm looking for today. I'm looking for the divine connections in it. I'm looking for the positive in every situation, and I'm looking for the spiritual test and the opportunity. I even see when I start getting overloaded, that's just a test to see, is the old me going to come back in? Am I going to put my needs first? Am I no longer afraid of confrontation, that I'm willing to say no? No is a complete sentence, and I never understood that. So I'd always go, oh, if I can't do it, I got to give you an excuse as to why I can't, because otherwise I'm a bad person. No, the people that don't take care of themselves and then think I'm going to come in and bail them out last minute when I've done so over and over again, and they've not made it to my, to any advantage of mine. People know I'm paying to rent my garage, and yet they want to show up my garage and spend 8 hours working on the truck and then not pay me for it. That's ignorance. That's not okay. And again, if you come to me and hey, I'm in a hard spot, I don't have any money, I'm in a jam, sure, that's a different story. But when you do this repeatedly, now it's just a pattern of you taking advantage of me, and that doesn't bother me any. In the past, that would drive me crazy. Oh, I'm leaving somebody high and dry. No, they left themselves high and dry. When I focus on all the good things in my life, I take care of my customers that take care of me, and things continue to expand. You got to be careful as you start building a community around you. You've got to weed out the people that don't belong in your energy, in your community, in your new life, and that's what I've managed to do. Now, there are still some last holdouts, like my old boss. As much as I talk about him, I'm going to go over and plow his driveway tomorrow, because he shares a driveway with my friend Marlene that's in the program, and I love going out and helping my friends out. So he gets the benefit of that, and I'm okay with that too, because I don't not do something for somebody out of spite. At the end of the day, it's a shame that his life is going to hell. He's circling the drain, as I say, as I've done so many times. But I have to remember that he was also a good friend to me when I needed it, when I was in a bad spot and I was doing bad things. Yeah, he took advantage of me, but I made myself available for him to take advantage of. At the end of the day, he did his best to pay me and treat me as decent as an employee, so he's still a friend of mine. His wife is a dear friend of mine. She's a sweetheart. His in-laws, are good friends of mine, so I'm thrilled to go over and help them out. And as a matter of fact, his wife even reached out to me this week and said, hey, let me know what I owe you for the last 2 storms. And I'm like, you don't owe me anything. You didn't ask me to come. I do that on my own. I'm getting paid per hour to be in the machine anyway. It's no big deal to stop by for 15 minutes and bang it out. I can do that on my lunch break, right? Not a big deal. And furthermore, I put out a group text to people in my group because I'm happy to help people in recovery. That's my focus. That's where my joy comes from. So I love, and the more I do, guys, the more people speak. And oh, my friend Pat, yeah, he's got the YouTube channel, and then people start talking about my YouTube channel in meetings, and I get more viewers, and I get more local community talking about it. I've noticed a huge uptick in the watch hours lately because the local community's been watching my videos, and that's helping me grow the channel. It's a very symbiotic relationship, guys. When you want to be a part of the community, you got to bring something to the table, and then you got to be there and accept the rewards that come with bringing something to the table, and it's a beautiful thing. Understanding this and knowing my value and knowing my worth and building confidence has allowed me to, like my brother said it to me today, he goes, look at what you've done with your business and your name in 1 year. He's like, it's shocking to all of us. The whole family sits back and we're so proud of you. And you've truly inspired. Even my therapist said it to me yesterday. When we were talking yesterday, he goes, you know, Pat, he goes, you understand, not only are you my easiest client, he goes, but you inspire me to step up and do more things in my life. And I love that today, guys. Like I said, not only is it nice to be a part of a community, to be welcome into all these circles, and to know that people look favorably upon me, because I'm vain, I'm a human being. I love knowing that, right? But it's also even better to me to know that all these things that I strove to do early on stand out in every crowd. And one of the things I say in my prayers every day, God, help me to make good decisions, to live so well that I inspire others to do better in their lives. And then boom, right? I say these things in prayer. I take actions to try to get them to follow them in my life. And then I get feedback from my community telling me that's exactly what they see. Guys, it's beautiful. Any one of you can do this. I do this as an example to show it's possible, and I hope people will step up and do it for themselves, because the more we do it, the better this world's going to be. Never mind, and if you wanna microcosm it and not worry about the whole world large, because that's one thing I've had to do. I've had to focus on myself because, again, I neglected myself for 40 years. I don't blame anybody else. I neglected myself. I made myself available to be taken advantage of. I didn't take care of my own needs. And then you wonder why I was 135 pounds and looked like I was 75 years old. I did that to myself. And you wonder why I look so much younger and so much healthier and so much stronger today, because I started taking care of myself. I talk to God first and foremost about everything. And then I go out and just try to take good actions that help my community at large. And my life is thriving. It's not hard to succeed in this world if you do it the right way. You know, you don't have to have all the answers. I don't have a fraction of the answers. But I show blind faith that they will show up when I need them, and they do every single time. Guys, I'm going to call it a video. I'm going to go do some snow shopping, get myself geared up for the storm. I will be producing a video tomorrow and Monday. The schedule may be off, because I don't know when I'm going to be able to, depending on how hard and how fast the snow comes down. Hell, but worst case scenario, if I have to, I'll post a video from the cab of the Bobcat tomorrow. That might be interesting and fun too, right? Guys, thank you so much for being here with me. Always remember, God loves you. I love you. We'll see you in the next one.